Seeing now, Prabhu?
Yes.
Yes.
Please.
Yeah.
You can see it. Okay. Thank
Yes.
you. Yeah. So these two boys, they wanted to join the national team, and they went to a coaching, right? Coaching for coaching for cricket. Sorry for my writing. Yeah, but I will make sense here. Then what happened is they both, starting point is what? Starting point for the both of them is coaching or joining a club from where they can start learning, right? And in the initially, they both being given textbook, and they both read textbook to understand how to play the cricket match or how to play the shot, like maybe different shots of cricket, a cover drive, pull shot, and all other things. Just an example. And when they started from this point, when they got a bit matured, then what happens is their coach took them to another thing where he started showing them video of players, right? Here they watch some videos, just for example, Sachin Tendulkar, sorry, and Sachin Tendulkar being very perfect in playing what they have learned from the textbook. So what these two students been learning in this textbook, the same sort of cricket, maybe the cover drive or pull shot or straight drive, Sachin is playing exactly like textbook. What it gave where should be your foot, where should be your elbow, where should be your eye, where should you watch, and then how should be your bat, like that, right? This is all in the textbook, and the same thing exactly being played by Sachin Tendulkar in the video. Does it make sense as of now?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So as this person Sachin is playing, then what happened is from here, this both number 1 and number 2, both student, they watching this video, and this number 2 students, he thought, or he thought that seems like watching this video seems to be more useful for me now, right? It seems to be more useful, and he thinks that by watching the video I can learn faster or we can move faster. Does it make sense? Hare Krishna Prabhu. We are just recapping the nectar devotion discussion we had in one question, so just on that part, and then we'll continue reading Srimad Bhagavatam after that.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
So basically the examples which I gave on the other day, I'm just recapping it here a bit. So I started with, just to recap for you. So 2 students, number 1 and number 2, they both wanted to get into a national cricket team of a company, of maybe say India or whatever it is. Then they both joined coaching club. In the club, the coach teaches them via textbook first, right? And then for some time they went through textbook studies, and after when the coach thought that now these 2 students, they've actually been practicing well or learning well what textbook says, now he went to show the video of a player, for example Sachin Tendulkar. Now Sachin Tendulkar, how Sachin Tendulkar is playing a cover drive is exactly written in the book, like where should be the foot, where should be the elbow, where should be the eye, where should be your bat, and other things. Just many factors. I'm just giving few just for example. And then what happened now, as these both student, this 1 and 2, they watched the video, and number 2 student, or you can say as a player, he got an impetus stating that seems like watching the video is more useful for me, and he got inclined towards watching more videos, right? Number 2 took the path of watching video more, though textbook is there, textbook is still there, right? But he wants to watch player, right? So now what happened is, this number 1 and this is number 2, and player number 1, he still thought, I think video is very nice, wonderful, appreciated it, but I think I would need to go more on textbook. Nothing wrong, because textbook can be advanced, right? The textbook can be more advanced. So what happened now? This student 1 and student number 2 started from one starting point, that's club, right? And then at one point of time, after some practices, some reading, some following the principles, one got impetus to follow via video, watching the player playing video. His role model became Sachin Tendulkar. He said, I would watch Tendulkar playing the shots, how he's playing cover drive. I'll note all the details. Just 1 second. Right, I'll note all the details, how he's playing, how is his foot movement, how is the bat is, how is the eyes, how is elbow, everything. At the same time, this is number 2, right? We discussed number 2. And same time, this number 1, he thought, I will still go with textbook. Right, and then gradually he progresses, and gradually he progresses as well. So he number 1 is just not reading the books, he's actually practicing what being described in the book. Right, he's not lost. It's not that he's just reading the book, he's practicing the book, I can say. And this person number 2, he's practicing from video, he's watching a video and then practicing it. In a similar way, this both goes, and after due course of time, this person being practicing as described by the book, he became it perfected, right? He become perfected. Similar way, this person number 1, he also joined the party being perfected, right? And what the perfection is, and then they both enter to Indian or whatever country you can think of, cricket team. Does it make sense? So both, if you see this, what happened here? This both 1 and 2 started 1 point from club, and then they practiced for some time. One watched the video, one still continued with the textbook, and eventually they became perfected. That's the goal, and they become the Indian team now. So these are 2 same personalities, same people, joined the club, practiced for some time, and then diverted the inclination. He number 1 is inclined. So if you see here, one Number one, inclined to book, and number two, inclined to video. Nothing else. But eventually, they both landed to national cricket team. Right, that was the example. Now let's relate the same thing, how it's related to our Krishna consciousness. So two devotees, number one and number two, they started following Krishna consciousness. Right, I'll change it to black probably, Krishna consciousness. And they followed what? For some time they followed whatever the instructions we get from sadhu, mainly the devotees or the senior devotees, shastra, our scriptures, and guru, the spiritual teacher. Right, they followed for some time, and eventually as they followed the path, at one point of time they started reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Right, and now when they started reading Srimad Bhagavatam, they entered to Canto 10, especially. In the process, this is still the process, both following the same path, right? Both on the same journey as of now. And at this point of time, when they enter to the Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan, right, one devotee, he was absorbed, like, you can say number one, number two, right? One become completely absorbed with the way these Brajavasis, right? The Brajavasi, dealing with Krishna. Right. I mean, he got completely absorbed. Oh my goodness, how these Brajavasis are actually thinking Krishna who he is, how they are dealing with everything, like you discussed the other day, that the devotees of Brajas, they were ultimately thinking everything, how can we serve Krishna, nothing else. The mood of them to serve Krishna, that's the Brajavasis. They don't care about anything. We took an example when Krishna said to Narada Muni, just go and ask the queens of Dwarika that I am having a headache, and my headache can only be cured when I will get the dust of their feet or lotus feet, and I'll massage in my head. The queens, they said, no, it's not possible. We can't give our dust to the Krishna. At the same time, when Narada Muni went to the gopis, and the gopis started giving him buckets and buckets of dust, and Narada Muni says, what are you doing? Do you know what are you doing? You are giving your dust, lotus piece dust, to Krishna's head massage. And the gopi replied, we don't care about it, even if you need to go to hell. I mean, Narada Muni says, you can go to hell by doing this activity. And the gopis, they says, we don't care about going to hell. What we care is Krishna is relieved from headache. That's all what we want, nothing else. In the other pastimes, when one Krishna says to all the Brajavasis that, see, the problem looks like it's Kansa sending all the demons to kill me, and eventually you all are getting troubled by that as well. So it's best if I leave Vrindavan, and you can remain peacefully, or I can leave Mathura, and you can live peacefully. But Brajavasis, the Gopas, what they all say, so we don't care about the demons. we care about you. You are here, that's our life and soul. And we know you are here, nothing else can happen to us. That was their faith. Right? I mean, just imagine if in a society one person is being troubled by an outsider, and everyone knows that this is only the person who is the cause of trouble in the society, and this person is humbly accepting it and is agreeing, I can leave the society so that you all can live peacefully. But now in mundane world, all the people will say, oh, thank you very much for accepting it, please go ahead and leave the society, isn't it?
Yeah.
But Brajavasi says, no, Krishna, you live with us, we don't care about the demons anyway. So there's a Brajavasi. So the point was, one person got absorbed with the dealing of the Brajavasis with the Krishna. He was captivated by the mood of the Brajavasis. And at the same time, second number person, he certainly appreciated. It's not that I won't appreciate, it's appreciate everything, but still he is more inclined towards going more deeper in the Shastras and follow it. But eventually when his sadhana become more condensed, they enter to stage of bhava and then prema and then ahead. That we will discuss when we go into more detail into where are we? In chapter devotion, sorry. Right? We are still started just chapter 15. When we go towards 17, 19, we can discuss this point about that. So does it make sense how this example of cricket match or cricket player, and then how this example of two bhaktas practicing it? So basically, Raganuga, sorry, one more thing here. So this process of number one, right, where is the mouse gone? Yeah, where the impetus or inclination, you can say, inclination was Brajavasi. I mean, he started dealing with his devotion as what Brajavasi would do. That is called as Raganuga. Raganuga, actually this is sadhana. Raganuga sadhana bhakti. And this person, number one, devotee number one, who still follow the Shastra, and this he is still called as Vaidhi. Sadhana bhakti. Sadhana bhakti. So sadhana bhakti is common for both. It's a sadhana bhakti only. Sadhana bhakti, one follows Vaidhi and one follows Raganuga, where the impetus or inclination or inspiration, what you can say, whatever term you can use, is coming from Shastra, Guru and Sadhu. And this inspiration coming from Brajavasi. It can go more deeper to either as a Gopas or Gopis or Madhura Yashoda or whatever it is. He goes more there. It can be detailed in that way. It means what? What does this two mean? It means that here I am in a situation. Situation may be XYZ. And so what happened? How do you decide this thing? Situation is ABC or XYZ. If I got one situation, then this person, this devotee who is practicing Raganuga, Vaidhi Bhakti, he will think that in the situation, what does scripture says, or what does my guru advises, or what does a sadhu or a senior devotees, or who, my well-wisher devotee, or whom I can open up my heart, what does he suggest? And interestingly, same situation if comes up, this devotee who is practicing Raganuga Bhakti, he will think what Brajavasi would do in this situation. He will try to find out some situations where he could relate his condition, his situation, and check out what Brajavasi would do, and then he will do this. So inspiration is Brajavasi, inspiration is Guru Sadhu Shastra. That's the only difference between those two, but both are sadhana bhakti. We cannot say Raganuga is not sadhana bhakti. It's also sadhana bhakti, at least for conditioned soul. We are conditioned soul. And another thing, one more thing, what I think missed to explain is that this dealing of Brajavasis, this is called as Ragatmika. It means what? They actually do things spontaneously. Their love for Krishna is spontaneous. They don't think here and there completely. That's why sometimes people say, oh, Raganuga is, the Brajavasis, they don't follow Ekadashi, they don't follow, they don't chant, they don't do this. These are just for our thought. This is only mundane. Brajavasis, they have actually purified everything. They've done everything in the past, right? So that's why, because they are having Ragatmika devotion towards the Lord. We'll discuss this point more when we come to these points, these terms later on. Right. So the essence is what? It's sadhana bhakti both. In Vaidhi Bhakti is Shastra, Guru and Sadhu are the inclination, and Raganuga and this. However, this both can attain stage of bhava, even to prema. And eventually, even the Vaidhi Bhakta who comes to the stage of bhava and prema, his devotion will transform again to Raganuga eventually. That's how he wanted to serve Krishna, love Krishna, like that, right? I think we have already got up till 9. Anyway, that's not a problem, because that's what we wanted to do. So any questions, comment, thoughts in here what we discussed?
I would like to thank you, Prabhu, for your explanation. It was wonderful. I'd like to also thank the devotees for allowing me to understand the difference between Raganuga and, I can't say the word, but the Vaidhi Bhakti.
Vaidhi, yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody's patience and kindness. Thank you.
That was wonderful, Prabhu. Thank you. Can I just quickly say, in spontaneity, is there anything to worry about, even though not very purified? Because it borders line the offense line, doesn't it? Depending on who, how, what circumstance.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu. So basically, if we go more deeper, if you go more deeper, actually, it's being described in Nectar Devotion itself, and even it's also described in Sudha Chintamani by His Holiness Sri Ram Maharaj. He points out few interesting points. What he says is that this is a borderline. If you use the word borderline, so borderline is here. So what happened actually, if you trace back the history, what happened was, I'm not going in detail in due course of time, but we can discuss later on detail as well. So what happened is, eventually some from Gaudiya Matha, they started thinking that Actually, there's no need to follow any process. And we become the manjaris or the gopis and act as gopis. So that goes towards sahajiya. Cheaply trying to imitate, it's imitation. Imitate to become gopis, or imitate, okay, I'm gopi, I think myself, oh, I'm gopi, I'll wear sari and I'll start dancing like that.
Mm.
That's mundane, that is sahajiya. Even our Goswamis, if you trace back, if our Goswamis, they were manjaris, but they have never done these things outwardly. We will go to that topic another day. So to answer the question, so what happens is, where we can think that we are eligible to practice Raganuga. Sivara Maharaj gives 5 points. First of all, in the process of Nada Bhakti, we must be on the stage of Nishtha. It's not just, it goes to Nishtha and then or above. Right? So Bhajan Kriya, Sadhu Sangha, Anartha Nivritti, we have all passed through that and we are on the stage of Nishtha. And how can someone say that I am on the path of Nishtha? Is Maharaj says 5 things. One is says Laya. Second is Vikshepa. Third is Kashaya. Sorry, no, not Kashaya. Third is okay, anyway, we can write it as Kashaya, but not third is not Kashaya. Fourth is Kashaya. Kashaya. Third, I'll write it here. Third, it says Apratipati. Apratipati. And fifth is, it's Rasa Swada. Okay, what these terms mean? We'll just touch briefly. Laya means sleep. So, if we are on the stage of Nishtha and we are not being conquered anymore by sleep, what does that mean? It's not that I won't sleep at all, not that. It means that while chanting, hearing class, or in kirtan, I am not sleeping anymore. I am completely awake. So kirtan is the first and then second and third. Actually, kirtan is quite easy because kirtan is sometimes, it's not sometimes, all the time. Kirtan goes a bit, you respond it's melodious. You have mridanga, kartal, harmonium, and whatnot. So it's difficult to sleep on kirtan, right? But still, it can happen. Second is class, hearing and giving class. So one who is giving class, it is difficult for him to sleep, but there are quite good chances of sleeping while hearing the class. And third is chanting. Chanting is more deeper because we are alone. It is very easily to become sleepy, right? So someone who has conquered these 3 things, basically from 5 he has just conquered 1, is Laya. That's called sleep. Second is called as Vikshepa. Vikshepa is distraction. There is no more distraction while chanting, especially. It means no WhatsApp, no Google, no phone surfing, no talking, even no talking between the mantras. Whole mantra is going on, is chanting. That's no distraction at all. Then Kashaya, let's go to the third was Apratipati. Apratipati is Even disinterest is actually, its meaning is disinterest in spiritual subject. So some occasionally maybe it's fine, but we even not occasionally, it all the time you are very much enthusiasm to serve, to take part in devotional services or spiritual subject. No more disinterest, always interested to perform this, right? Even you don't lack your occasional lack of taste for chanting, right? That's third. Fourth is kashaya. Kashaya is tendency towards bad habits. Tendency towards bad habit. So all bad habits gone. I no more inclination towards bad habits, even occasional, nothing. And then fifth is rasa swada, where is taste of material enjoyment. No more material enjoyment. When we think, or when a devotee thinks, I am on this stage, these 5 things, and then he can think himself, okay, right now I'm on the position of nishtha, so nishtha, and I'm eligible. Right? He's not practicing yet, he's eligible. As I said, it is the point here, where it is, here, he is in here, right? Then he starts hearing Krishna's pastime, and then he might go towards this upper nishtha, right? Does it make sense, Prabhu? So that is how it is, the borderline is.
So you mean if any of these 4 categories, tendencies are there, and then I say spontaneously offer something to Krishna, even though you're not supposed to, it's an offense. But say,
No.
because gopis on that level, they're pure, so it's a different matter. Is that what you
Yeah,
mean?
it's not offense spontaneously when we do something, but that
Yeah.
spontaneous may be just for that moment,
Right.
but not all the time.
Hmm.
Do you mean a point? That can be for just for that moment. Oh, I'm so much attached to Krishna for this 5 minutes time, 10 minutes time. Could be,
Yeah.
that's it. But not 24/7, 365 days.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you, Prabhu.
We
Sorry
will
about
discuss
the
it.
time. And thank you for the question, Jane Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu, for your question. You've deepened my understanding. So thank you, devotees.
Yeah, I just feel conscious now for everyone else because the time's gone. Sorry about that.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe we will discuss in 10 minutes kind of thing, but I think we took whole
class.
time. But yeah, still, it's worth, it's not that we didn't do any devotional activities. It's worth.
Yeah, because it really does, as Mataji said, that it deepens the understanding. Then the clarity and the context becomes so much clearer when we're reading.
Actually, there are lots more to go through, but we will go gradually, slowly, as we see.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Even the video I have shared, the 10 videos, right? Those are, I think 2 hours each video is there. I mean, what I'm sharing now is all there actually in this video only. So if you want to go more deeper and more way, that you can try it out as well, not a problem.
Hi, Prabhu, thank you.
So what I've said is what I've heard. So if you can hear from whom I heard, it might clear more things as well, Right? All right. Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for joining again today. Sorry we could not read Srimad Bhagavatam, but we'll read tomorrow anyway. This is the essence of Bhagavatam anyway.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, everyone.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna. Thank you.
For the devotees, thank you so much for your class. It was wonderful. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
To devotees.
Hare
Krishna.
Hare
Thank you, Prabhu.
Krishna.
There you go.